In this Excel video, I will teach you how to create a sports statistics tracker in Excel. This is great if you are into sports. If you're a teacher, this is a great project to have your students do, and this video walks them through that. If you're an athlete yourself and you want to track your stats, this video will help you do so. Or if you're just a big fan of a particular athlete, you could track their stats this way as well. This is going to be fun. Let's get started. And for this example, I'm going to use a basketball player as my example, but you could choose any sport. And I'm going to start here in the upper left corner in cell A1. So I'll click there, and I'm going to also use this slider in the lower right to zoom in a bit on that area of the spreadsheet. With A1 selected, I'm just going to type game number, and I'll tap tab. I'll type in date, tab, opponent, tab, points, and then I'll just keep tabbing over and typing in various things that I want to track in this spreadsheet: rebounds, steals, and blocks. Of course, these could be different if you're tracking an athlete of a different sport, or if you want to track different statistics. Whatever you want to put in here is fine. Next, I want these column headings to stand out a bit, so I'm going to click and drag to highlight them, and then I'll go to the Home tab and I will bold each of those column headings. I'll also center them, and I might even consider putting in a background color, whatever makes this look the best or stand out the way I want it to. I think I'll go with a green background, and I'm also going to go here in the font group. I will choose borders, and I'll just go with all borders. Next, I'll click on cell A2, and here I'm just going to put in game number 1, game number 2, and I could continue to manually put those in, or I could click and drag to highlight 1 and 2 and use the fill handle in the lower right corner to click and drag and extend this pattern down, let's say for 10 games. Next, I'll click on B2 and I'll put in some dates of these games, maybe January 8th, 2026, 2026. Tap enter, and I could manually put in all of those games, or in this case, let's just say there's a game every day. I know that's not realistic. I could click on C2 and I'll put in a few of those opponents. And now, as the games are played, of course, all I have to do is click on a particular cell and put in the number of points scored. I can tap tab, put in the number of assists, tab, rebounds, tab, and steals, as well as blocks. If I tap enter, it moves me down to the next game, the next date, and opponent, and I'm able to put those in. So if you're tracking your own statistics, of course, after each game, you could just go in and do so, click save, and you could close out of the spreadsheet, and then after the next game, open it up again and put in your stats. Same thing if you're tracking your favorite player. Now, what if your teacher has given you an assignment to track your favorite player's last 10 games and put in all of their stats? Of course, you could do that, putting all of that in, and then you could generate the grand total scores, the grand total points scored, assists, steals, etc. You could also figure out the averages, the mean, the highest score, and the lowest score, etc. So let's look at how to do that. But first, give me a minute to put in all of the important stats, and then I'll resume the video. Okay, great. I've got all my statistics in there. Now it's time for me to calculate the total points, the average, the high score, and the low score for each of these statistical categories. So before I calculate those, I'm going to put in some text to help me know what I'm looking at. So here on cell C12, I'm going to type totals, colon, and I'll tap enter, and then I'll type in average, colon, enter, high, colon, enter, and low, colon, enter. All right. Next, I'm going to change the formatting for these cells. I clicked and dragged on C12 and dragged all the way to C15. With that range highlighted, I'm going to go to the Home tab, and in the font group, I will click bold. I'm also going to go over to the alignment group and align this text to the right. Okay, I'm ready to put in some formulas and functions to calculate the total, average, high, and low. So on cell D12, I'm going to type equals sum, left parenthesis. Whatever I put in these parentheses will be added up. So I could type in the cell references D2, colon, D11. And then I should put in my right parenthesis, but I don't really have to. And then I'll tap enter, and the grand total of points scored over the last 10 games is 203. Now I could use that same formula and function, except change the column that I'm adding up, and I could do that for each of these statistical categories. But there's a faster way just click and hold on the fill handle in the lower right corner of the cell and just drag over, and all of the rest of these statistical categories are automatically calculated. What about average? On D13, I'll type equals average, left parenthesis, and this time instead of typing D2 through D11, I'm just going to click and drag to highlight that range, tap enter, and there's my average. I'll use the fill handle to extend that same formula across my other categories of statistics. What about high score? I'll type equals max, left parenthesis, click and drag to get the same range. You have to be careful here not to accidentally get your totals or your average. That would really skew the results. I'll tap enter and then use the fill handle across. And then what about low? For low, you'll type equals min, left parenthesis, click and drag to get that same range. Tap enter, and that's my low score. And I wonder what my low rebounds number is. Oh, it's 0. So that's how you can track your scores or your favorite player's scores over 10 games and get some statistical information out of that. Now, what do you do if there's an 11th game? What you can do is just click on row 12, right click on it and choose insert and then put in the data. And in most cases, it will automatically be added to the totals and the other statistics. Let's say I have a 50-point game. Notice that the stats adjust. What if I have a 12 assist game? They adjust. Sometimes there are some error messages that are generated as part of this, so you'll need to troubleshoot that if it happens. But I could keep adding more and more games into this spreadsheet if I need to. All right, I'm gonna hold Control and tap Z to undo some of those changes. And the last thing I want to share with you in this video is what if you want to chart some of these statistics? How could you do that? For example, I want to track my points over the last 10 games. So I'll click and drag from A1 down to A11, and then I'll hold the Control key and click and drag from D1 down to D11. With those two ranges of data selected, I'm going to go to the Insert tab and go over here to the Chart group, and I'm going to select a 2D line chart. And there's lots of different ones I could choose from. I'm going to go with this one here, 2D area. I can then click where it says chart title. Actually, I'm going to triple click on that and I'll title this points. I can then click away, and if I want to, click back on the chart, and I could resize it down if I want to, drag it where I want it to be. And if I really wanted to, I could also do a chart for my rebounds. So I'll click and drag from A1 down to A11, hold Control, and then click on F1 through F11 with those two ranges selected, insert, and I could do that same chart if I want to, this time for rebounds. Now in this case, some of this data may not be useful, so I could just click on it, tap delete on the keyboard, and it's removed. And then once again, I can resize this down and drag it where I want it to be. So in this video, I've shown you how to create a sports statistical tracker. Now, of course, it doesn't have to be sports. These could be the results of chess matches. These could be your information about your reading prowess. It could be your weightlifting stats. Whatever it is, Excel is a great way to track information like this, generate statistical information about it, and even chart it if you want to. Now, if you're a student and your teacher has asked you to watch this video and recreate this project for yourself or for your favorite player or whomever, I apologize. No, actually I don't. I think this is a great way to learn Excel, and hopefully you found it to be fun. If you did, please leave a comment below the video. But hopefully everyone found this video to be helpful. If you did, please like, follow, and subscribe. And when you do, click the bell and you'll be notified when I post another video. If you'd like to support my channel, the best way to do that is to become a channel member, but feel free to click the thanks button below the video. You can support me through my Patreon account or by buying channel merch, and you'll see information about those options in the description below the video. Speaking of supporting the channel, thank you so much to my fantastic Super Techie channel supporters. I really appreciate how you support the channel.